Hello, teacher. I hope you are doing well today. My name is Anguiano Silva, and today is Sunday, March 30, 2025. And let's start with the first question, which is it okay for journalists to write articles that are subjective or should they be objective? I think journalists should write both kind of articles, subjective and objective. But the most important point here is to do a differentiation between both of them in order to give to the people who read the article an easily message that say, okay, this article that you are reading say this, but it's important know that this is subjective. So the ideas given in this article are affected by the journalists and do not reflect the reality in an impartial way. So the ideas here are not the truth and is only an opinion based on the information that we have. And that's all. Uh, Question number two. Do you prefer to read serious budget newspapers or less serious tabloid papers? Okay, I prefer broadsheets because there is a higher chance to find objective articles about more interesting topics, and because in the other hand, we have tabloids, and this kind of media often are about celebrities, gossip, and I don't like reading this kind of information. That's the my reason why I don't like tabloids, and I prefer uh, broadsheets now. Continue with question number three. Should an editor take responsibility for all the stories in their paper? Obviously, I think editors should take responsibility for all stories in their newspaper because they are uh, giving people the opportunity to publish their stories or articles in their newspaper. So obviously is their responsibility what they post, and they should have controls to be sure that all the articles or stories they publish comply with the policies they have, no? Obviously. Continue with question number four. Sensationalist headlines are written to encourage people to buy papers and click on their articles online. Should they be banned? I think this is a really difficult question because sensationalist headlines could be used in a good and a bad way. They are neither good or bad, but another point is their impact in the media, in the newspapers, in the company, because they need to make money. Um, Probably this kind of headlines helps the company to uh, generate more revenue by selling newspapers, obviously. So basically, they need these sensationalist headlines to survive. There is no way to remove them. But I think there are a way to enhance this, and it's really easy with a basic rule. You can use sensationalist headlines as long as they are true and do not contain false information. That's all. Question number five. Should press coverage of people's lives be controlled to allow more privacy? uh, this question is really easy for me. Um, I would prohibit any kind of coverage of people's lives if they are not directly related with important topics that affect other people or things. And it's really easy. And as long as they haven't committed any crime, the same with question number six, because question number six say, why should we pay attention to the sources of a newspaper article? Uh, It's obviously this is really easy as well. Obviously, you need to pay attention to the sources of a newspaper article because it is the only way to determine whether the information in the article is accurate or not. because if you only read the article and you believe in it and you take it as the truth, it could be misleading, containing false information or contextual errors. So paying attention to the sources of a newspaper article, it's really important. The most important thing when you check out these newspapers. And finally, question number 7: newspapers are often biased, biased towards certain political parties. Should this be banned? This is a little bit more complicated, but yes, I think newspapers should be impartial and say the good and bad things of all the political parties. Doesn't matter which one is currently in power, but um, obviously in real life this is more complicated, and I don't know. It's a really difficult topic, but yes, I think it's the better way. And that's all. I truly appreciate your time, teacher. And take care and see you soon. Thank you very much.